Hello everyone, welcome to Joystick Lab. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about Camera Kit. It's a Snap's AR SDK. It supports for web and also for Android and iOS devices. We're going to build a simple cap filter, as you can see in my video. And as you can see, it's basically running in a browser. So you don't need to install any app or anything. You can host it in any website. It's pretty exciting because Camera Kit is completely free and it's really easy to build a AR experience in Camera Kit. So I'm very excited to share this with you. Let's get started. Before we jump into today's lesson, I wanted to share my upcoming AR course with you. It's a limited seat AR masterclass where I'll take you from a beginner to an expert in AR app development. We'll build more than 15 projects in this process and we'll dig into all the features AR Foundation provides. This course will be updated once every year to keep things updated with the updates of AR Foundation and Unity. And you'll also be able to join with me on live monthly Q&A sessions and get access to the closed community that comes with the course, right? And if you order today, you can get a huge 70% discount on the course. So visit ar.joysticklab.com and grab your copy. Seats are filling out really fast, so I'll encourage everyone to jump right now. Now, those of who you don't know, Snap already had this Lens Studio where basically people can create social AR effects and that can be experienced in their Snapchat app, right? But then Snap came up with something more exciting. It's called Camera Kit. You can embed that with the same development workflow. You develop your lens using the same tool that Snap already had, Lens Studio, and then you can somehow bind them with Camera Kit and you can develop apps for web, mobile devices. And I have seen a few demo where people actually use like even Vision Pro to access those web AR experiences. So it's pretty exciting. So we're going to look into this. There's one caveat though. Camera Kit is not publicly available. If you go to their website, you're going to see it ask for requesting the access, right? So you need to go to the website, click on this button, and you need to fill out this Camera Kit access with simple your email address and stuff like that. There is a few terms and conditions. These you have to read because not all the apps that you're going to build is going to be allowed to be published in a Camera Kit SDK, right? It has to be aligned with the terms and conditions. So yeah, so after you submit the request, it takes about a week or less than that to get back from Snap, and you're going to get access to the SDK for Camera Kit. We'll also need Lens Studio because this is where we're going to develop the lens or the AR effect, right? So you can click on download. I already have Lens Studio in my local computer, but you can basically simply follow the instruction here and it's going to be really straightforward. When you open Lens Studio, it's going to look something like this. We're going to create a new project. And by default, you'll see there is a like dummy sort of device, like how your effect is going to look like. It shows up there on the right hand side. You can choose different person from here. You can choose either image or videos, like different sort of like actions there as well. On the left hand side, it looks almost like Unity. They have the object panel and they have a resource panel. So object panel is where we're going to like do all the logic stuff, and then in the resource panel is basically just the like all the assets that you basically want to import, right? And then in the bottom we have a logger where you basically see the console equivalent to Unity, and in the middle section here, this is where you edit your scenes. Cool. So the first thing that we're going to do for today's tutorial is going to click on this plus icon in the left side of our screen, and then from here we're going to look for head binding. So we're looking for a cap demo, so we need a head tracking from Snap's like already created modules, and they already have all the setup for us. They have a occluder that basically occludes the head, so whatever you put on top of your head, that gets occluded by the, you know, like the portion of like the shape of your head. It's not like floating around. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going just to test out, I'm going to create a 3D mesh here, a box, and as you can see, it actually, let me show my camera. Right, so as you can see, this thing is already working, right? So this is just a 3D model, and it basically moves with my head, so it's tracking my head quite well. So what we're going to do next is replace this cube with a actual 3D model. We're going to use a 3D cap model to do that. So first thing, I'm going to delete this box from here, and then from this asset, so there is a couple of things that we can do. We can obviously drag and drop a 3D model from online, but just to be focused on our, you know, main topic, the web AR part, I'm going to like grab something from their asset library. You can click on this icon here to open the asset library and then search for cap. They have this nice baseball controller. It comes with a script as well that you can change to change the appearance of the cap, right? So I'm going to use that. Now to add this cap to our scene, we can simply drag and drop this inside the head binding object, right? That will basically put the cap right where it needs to be. This is how it looks like. If I open my camera, it perfectly aligns with my head. Now you can change some of the property from the baseball cap controller. You can change the color to something like red, whatever, and then you can change the texture as well. So, you know, like we can basically grab our own logo and we can put it in here as well. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, when that is all done, the first thing that we need to do is like we can preview this in our device. You can click on this and that will like ask you to connect it with your Snap chat app. We're not going to do that at this moment. We're simply going to publish this lens. So we're going to click on publish lens. This is where you basically see some information. Here we can select a icon for our lens. We can select the name, so cap try on, and then you can basically say that what is this lens made for, right? And then you can, if you scroll down, you can see there is the camera kit compatibility, right? This is the mobile SDK version, this is the minimum web SDK version, and things like that. And then when you are satisfied with all these settings, you can click on submit, and that is when it's gonna take us to the website where we can edit some other stuff. The first thing that is important here is the folder. We are going to need that folder information later on, so make sure you keep, I try to keep all the lenses organized in my camera kit lens folder. It's up to you how you want to do that. And then we're going to click on submit lens. In here, we're not going to publish this lens on Snapchat. We want it as a private lens that we can view on our web based on our API keys, right? So we're going to save it as a draft. But before that, we're going to click on the primary category. Here we can select something. So I'm going to select appearance. And then here you can select some other secondary category tags and stuff like that. But what I'm going to do here is simply save these as a draft. So now we can go to the lens. And here you can see it's processing. It's going to take a while. I'm going to come back when it's done and we're going to finish the process. When the processing is done, you're going to see that the processing button has changed to ready for publishing, and we're going to need this lens ID later on, right? All right, so that's all for the Lens Studio. Now we're going to jump into the camera kit part. Okay, so I have this Visual Studio Code installed in my system. I highly recommend you to do the same. It's a really nice editor. I created a folder called Hello Camera Kit and opened Visual Studio in that certain location, right? Now in here, I just need to open a terminal, and then we're going to install the SDK, and we're going to set up a new project here. All right, first I'm going to create a project using Vite. You can use some other way as well. I'm not a web developer. This is what I found, so I'm using this. So I'm going to use Vite, and it basically asks me the name of the project. So let's do cap try on, and then we're going to select vanilla as a framework, and I'm going to use TypeScript, and that's it. We now have that project created here. You can see there is the index.html, there is a main.typescript file, and we're going to basically go to this directory by doing cd and then name of this directory, which is cap try on. So cap try on, and we are here, we're in that certain directory. We're going to delete this like pre-created stuff because we're going to write our own. So I'm just going to delete them, and we're going to maybe, like, we don't need some of the stuff here, like this one we don't need. And you can change this title as well to something like cap try on. Awesome. Now next we are going to install the Snaps camera kit. So let's do npm install snap camera kit. Nice. So now we are ready to start writing the code. So I'm going to go to the main.ts file. I'm going to delete everything that we have in here, and then first we need to import the camera kit like this, and then we're going to first of all initialize the camera kit with the API token that we get after you are accepted, right? So when you get accepted in the program, the camera kit SDK beta program, you're going to get a portal access. I'm going to show you how it looks like. To access the portal, we need to go to developer.snap.com/camerakit, and from there we can log into our account from login developer portal, and in there we will have our projects. I already have a couple of projects. I'm going to select one of them, and then in here we will have the API tokens, right? So yeah, you can basically generate new tokens as well. I have 2 of them. You can simply copy, and then we're going to need that token to initialize the camera kit. The first thing we need is a async function where we're going to basically do all the stuff, and in here we are just going to call it, and I'm going to change this. Now in here we are going to first of all initialize the camera kit. You can put your own API key here. I'm not going to put it in here. I want to keep it private for now. And then we're going to basically target the canvas where we're going to render the camera, right? So I'm just going to look for that canvas element in our HTML file. We don't have any canvas element there yet, so let's create that. Let's go to your index.html file, and then we're going to create a new canvas there. All right, and then we can simply start a session using that certain render target. Next, we are going to access the camera using the media devices, and then we're going to say the facing mode is user because we are using the front facing camera. After that, we can simply say like basically assign this media stream, this camera, to our session, and then we start the camera. So if we do that and then run our project, we can just do npm run dev, and if we visit, yeah, you'll see that the camera is now visible here. Now we basically need to add that filter that we created earlier. So we're going to apply that filter to this to this session. So to do that, we can simply, we'll need two things. First of all, we'll need the lens ID. Remember, we had a lens ID, and we also need to know that the group ID of where the lens is sitting at. So let's see where we can find those two. Again, we are going to access the portal. We can go to login developer portal, and when you are in the developer portal, you can click on the top left corner, and you're going to find option called camera kit, along with the developer portal. If you go to camera kit, that's where you're going to find all the group ID, right? So in here I have this camera kit group that I created. All your groups are going to be in here. You can create a new lens group from the top right, and you can add the lenses that you want to keep in that group. In my case, I'm going to click on the camera kit group and add the lens that we just created, which is the cap try-on. I'm going to search for cap try-on, and I'm going to add it to here. From here, it's pretty simple. We will need this lens ID and lens group ID and lens ID here. So yeah, let's go back to our script. We are simply going to load a lens from our group. So I'm going to basically call camera kit.load repository.load lens, and then we're going to put the lens ID and the group ID. The first parameter in this method is the lens ID, and the second parameter is the group ID. When that's all done, you can basically apply these lenses to your session by doing session.apply lenses. And that's it. If we now go to our local host, it's gonna ask us to basically do the terms and condition, and you can see we are able to see the effect in our browser. Nothing else is happening here. It's just a browser. Cool. I hope this video was helpful for you to getting started with Snapchat's Web AR SDK. If you want to see more videos like this and want to get updated with latest AR and VR technology, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for future updates. And I'll see you in the next video.